My name is Samantha V. Richards.
And I'm Nicole Sumlin. Welcome to the second installment of Project Amplify, a concert series aimed to showcase the voices of Black artists.
Y'all all right? 2020 infuriated us, inspired us, galvanized us. We are still fighting a war waged on multiple fronts.
We have been out here speaking truth to power, requiring equity and accountability from those in leadership, and taking on those roles for ourselves. And we're still pressing our way through to survive the ravages of a global pandemic.
Yet, we've been determined to celebrate ourselves, our talents, our gifts, and creations in a way that has nurtured us and sustained us. Our storytelling, our music, has been a balm in trying times.
We were so thrilled to have your support for the sisters of Project Amplify the Women. And tonight, we all gathered to shine a spotlight on Black men.
Project Amplify the Men presents 17 artists from New York City, Atlanta, and Cleveland, singing musical theater, rhythm and blues, gospel, and jazz. Through these offerings, they're telling stories and lifting love, longing, and legacy. You'll meet 9 of these gifted artists tonight.
Tonight's offering isn't just about making our voices heard. It's about joining with others to make a positive impact in the lives of those who've been marginalized by the manifestations of white supremacy in our communities.
Tonight, we encourage everyone who is able to share support with the Innocence Project, a village of over 80 professionals from law, social work practice, education, and science disciplines, committed to exonerate the wrongly convicted through DNA testing and reform the criminal justice system to prevent future injustice.
Based in New York, the Innocence Project is connected to the Innocence Network, an affiliation of 69 organizations from all over the world dedicated to providing pro bono legal and investigative services to individuals seeking to prove innocence of crimes for which they've been convicted and working to redress the causes of wrongful convictions.
While Black men make up 6.5% of the United States population, they make up nearly 35% of the total male prison population. Countless cases against these men were determined under false circumstances, a practice that is centuries long.
These heinous practices in the criminal justice system against BIPOC folks, Black men in particular, have accounted for generations of loss and trauma and have not only impacted the men themselves, but have impacted their families and communities. The losses are as immeasurable as they are senseless.
You'll hear more about the Innocence Project, the Innocence Network, their work across the country, and how you can support them later in the show.
And now, it's time for the music. Please welcome our brother Marcus Martin as he sings the hit Signed, Sealed, Delivered.
Yeah! Y'all know this one? Ooh, yeah, baby. Like a fool, I went stayed too long. Now I'm wondering if your love's still strong. Ooh, baby. Here I am, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Then that time I went and said goodbye. Now I'm back and not ashamed to cry. Oh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. If you know the chorus, sing it with me. I said, here I am, baby. Oh, yeah, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Yes, I am. Said, here I am, baby. Oh, yeah. You got my future in your hand now, yeah, yeah, yeah. I done a lot of foolish things that I really didn't mean, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Ooh. Seen a lot of things in this old world, but when I touch them, they mean nothing, girl. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Woo, woo, girl, you set my soul on fire. That's how I know you're my one desire. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Let's go, sing it with me now. Said, here I am, baby. Oh yeah, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Here I am, baby. Oh yeah, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. I did a lot of foolish things that I really didn't mean, but I gotta tell you, girl, yeah, here I am, baby. Woo. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours, I'm yours, I'm yours, I'm yours. Here I am, baby, yeah. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Hey, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. I'm signed, I'm sealed, I'm delivered, and I'm yours. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours.
Trashman didn't get my trash today. Oh, why? Because they want more pay. Buses on strike wanna raise the fare so they can help pollute the air. But then what makes the world go round? The ups and downs of carousel. Changing people all around, go underground, your man. People make the world go round. People make the world go round. Wall Street losing dough on every share. They're blaming it on longer hair. Big men smoking in their easy chairs on a fat cigar without a care. But then what makes the world go round? The ups and downs of carousel. Changing people all around, go underground, your man. People make the world go round. People make the world go round. But that's what makes the world go round. The ups and downs of carousel. Changing people all around, go underground, young man. People make the world go round. People make the world go round. People make the world go round. People make the world go round.
Raise your foot now, that's the way. You'll be moving on today. Raise your other, put it down. Now you're headed into town. Whoa, boy, you got left, right. Whoa, boy, ain't that right? You got some years ahead to go. You'll go free if you take it slow. Oh, boy, you got left, right? Oh boy, ain't that right? Two kinds of people in this world. Some say yes and some say no. Time to say what side you're on. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Say yes and your adventure starts. Not always as expected. Say no, you stay apart, but you stay protected. You got to give yourself a reason to rejoice. For the music you make counts for everything. Now every living soul has got a voice. You got to give it room and let it sing. My family never had too much. We made the best of every day. We ate what's on our plates, you know, and never threw a thing away. We kept our nightmares on the shelf, but our dreams were on the table. Pass them down and help yourself as long as you are able. My mama told me, son, forget what might have been. Give yourself a break, whatever's happening. Don't let your spirit, son, come closing in. You got to give it room and let it sing. You got to give it room and let it sing. You got to lift up your voice and sing. You got some years ahead to go. You'll go free if you take it slow. You got some years, it won't be long. Then you'll be free to sing your song. Whoa, boy, you got left, right, whoa, boy. This precious little weary folk like us control. But you can make your music from the simplest things, and you're the one that's got to tend your soul. You got to give it room and let it sing. You got to give it room and let it sing. You got to let it sing. You gotta let it sing. You got to give it a room and let it sing. If the night turns cold and the stars look down and you hug yourself on the cold, cold ground, you wake till morning in a stranger's coat, no one would you see. Ask yourself, who'd watch for me? My only friend, who could it be? It's hard to say it, I hate to say it, but it's probably me. When your belly is empty and the hunger's so real, and you're too proud to beg and too dumb to steal, you search the city for your only friend, no one would you see. You ask yourself, who could it be? A solitary voice to speak out and set me free. I hate to say it, I hate to say it, but it's probably me. You're not the easiest person that I ever got to know, and it's hard for us both to let our feelings show. And some would say I should let you go your way. You'll only make me cry. But if there's one guy, just one guy, who would lay down his life for you and I hate to say it, I hate to say it, but it's probably me. When the world's gone crazy and it makes no sense, there's only one voice that comes to your defense. And the jury's out, and your eyes search the room. One friendly face is all you need to see. And if there's one guy, just one guy, who would lay down his life for you and I, it's hard to say it, I hate to say it, but it's probably me. I hate to say it, I hate to say it, but it's probably me. It's hard to say it, I hate to say it, but it's probably me.
Could I be the ender on a wave? Am I born to a new home across this lonely sea? Could you be my hero, heart of fire, my lighthouse on the shoreline? Could you be that to me? I need the rise and fall of your voice. Oh, I love you, and now I have enough to rejoice. Hero and the ender, how your passion is brave. Even if I drown here inside this wave, my lighthouse on the shoreline, my passion on this lonely sea. My love in you was meant to be. Our love was meant to be. I need the rise and fall of your voice. Oh, I love you, and now I have enough to rejoice. Hero and the ender, how your passion is brave. Even if I drown here inside this wave, my lighthouse on the shoreline, my passion on this
We hope you have been enjoying these amazing artists thus far. Stay tuned for the second half of the show.
Thanks to those of you who have already secured and sent support to the Innocence Project and their partner organizations in the Innocence Network. Have you considered donating? Visit innocenceproject.org or innocencenetwork.org for more info on how to contribute.
Innocence Project was founded in 1992 in New York City. Its mission is to free the staggering number of innocent people who remain incarcerated and to bring reform to the system responsible for their unjust imprisonment.
The Innocence Project represents clients seeking post-conviction DNA testing to prove their innocence. Its groundbreaking use of DNA technology to free innocent people has provided irrefutable proof that wrongful convictions are not isolated or rare events, but instead arise from systemic defects.
Supported by a village of board members, councils, ambassadors, and lawyer committees, an over 80-member team representing a myriad of cultures and ethnicities works through 5 different departments to reverse wrongful convictions and impact positive change in the criminal justice system.
As legal teams work pro bono to overturn these wrongful convictions in court, other departments work to gather scientific research and strategy to support that work in court, to improve case law through targeted legal practice, to pass laws that help prevent the occurrence of these false rulings, and to support exonerees as they rebuild their lives post-release.
To date, 375 people have been exonerated by DNA testing, including 21 who served time on death row. These people served an average of 14 years before exoneration and release.
The majority, 63%, of those exonerated through DNA evidence are African American. Some DNA exonerated Black men have claimed physical force influenced their confessions.
Ronald Jones, who spent 8 years on death row and 10 in prison, testified at trial that he asserted his innocence for hours on end and was forced to admit to murder once Chicago police officers started beating him. Dennis Brown testified at trial that one of the police officers pulled a knife on him and threatened him as he repeatedly claimed innocence. Brown spent 19 years behind bars.
Kenneth Adams served 18 years for a crime he didn't commit. Herman Atkins served 12 years. Kevin Bailey served 16 years.
Marvin Anderson served 20 years. George Allen served 30 years. Malcolm Alexander served 38 years.
The Innocence Project is doing good work. If you live outside of New York City, research the Innocence Network to see which organizations are doing this work near where you live.
We honor these teams for their work to support Black lives.
Project Amplify the Men welcomes Easton Sumlin as he sings Giants in the Sky from the musical Into the Woods.
There are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible giants in the sky. When you're way up high, you look below at the world you left and the things you've known. Little more than a glance is enough to show you just how small you are. When you're way up high, you're on your own in a world like none that you ever known. With the sky is lead and your earth is stone, you're free to do whatever pleases you, exploring things you never dare, cause you don't care when suddenly there's a big, tall, terrible giant at the door. A big, tall, terrible lady giant sweeping the floor. And she gives you food and she gives you rest, and she draws you close to her giant breast. And you know things now that you never knew before. Not till the sky. Only just when you made a friend enough, you know she's big, but you don't feel small. Someone bigger than her, cause along the hall they swallow you for lunch. And your heart is lined, your stomach's stone, and you're really scared being all alone. It is then that you long for the things you know and the world you left in lieu. You own the fun is done. You steal what you can and run. You scramble down, you look below at the world you know begins to grow. The roof, the house, and your mother at the door. The roof, the house, and the world you never thought to explore. And you think of all of the things you've seen, and you wish that you could live in between. But you're back again, only different than before. After the sky, there are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible, awesome, scary, wonderful giants in the sky.
I must be close to my destiny, extremely close to my victory, 'cause here comes trials and troubles and jealousies and envy. I must be close to what you have for me, must be close to my overflow, extremely close to my miracle, 'cause here comes confusion and problems and enemies. I just believe that I am close to what you have for me. To whom much is given, so much is required. To be qualified, you must go through the fire, but I won't smell like smoke. I'll be better than before. He is in my life, just to let me know that I must be close to my destiny, extremely close to my victory, 'cause here comes trials and troubles and jealousies and envies. I must be close to what you have for me. I gotta be close to my overflow, extremely close to my miracle, 'cause here comes confusion and problems and enemies. I just believe that I must be close to what you have for me. And while living out the steps that you have planned for me, living by faith, a bright future I see. I won't be swayed by the obstacles that I face, 'cause I know that I'm secure if I stay in the race. And I just believe that I am close to what you have. So I'll go through it. I'll go through it. I'll go through it. I just believe that I must be close to it. Oh, so very close to it. Oh, so close to it. As long as you're with me, I'll get through it. And I'll get through it. Yes, I'll get through it. 'Cause I know that I must be close to it. So very close to it. I'm right there, I'm so close to it. Lord, as long as you're with me, I'll push through it. I will push through it. I'll push through it. 'Cause I know that I must be close that I must be close to what you have for me. I've been waiting, Lord, and anticipating, and I believe that I must be close to what you have for me.
Never could carry a tune, never knew where to start. You came along when everything was wrong and put a song in my heart. Dear, when you smiled at me, I heard a melody. It haunted me from the start. Something inside of me started a symphony. Sing with the strings of my heart. 'Twas like a breath of spring. I heard a robin sing about a nest set apart. All nature seemed to be in perfect harmony. Sing with the strings of my heart. Your eyes make skies seem blue again. What else could I do again? Keep repeating through again. I love you, love you. I still recall that thrill. I guess that I always will. I hope 'twill never depart. Dear, with your lips to mine, a rhapsody divine. Sing with the strings of my heart. Your eyes made skies blue again. What else could I do again? Keep repeating through again. I love you, I love you. I still recall that thrill. I guess that I always will. I hope 'twill never depart. Dear, with your lips to mine, a rhapsody divine. Sing with the strings to my heart.
Good evening. The name of this poem is I Know My Soul by African-American poet Claude McKay. I plucked my soul out of the secret place and held it to the mirror of my eye to see it like a star against the sky. A twitching body quivering in space, a spark of passion shining on my face. And I explored it to determine why. This awful key to my infinity conspires to rob me of sweet joy and grace. And if the sign may not be fully read, if I can comprehend but not control, I need not gloom my days with futile dread. Because I see a part and not the whole. Contemplating the strange, I'm confronted by this narcotic thought. I know my soul.
it's magic, then why can't it be everlasting? Like the sun that always shines, like the poet's endless rhyme, like the galaxies in time. If it's pleasing, then why can't it be never leaving? Like the day that never fails, like on seashores there are shells, like the time that always tells. It holds the key to every heart throughout the universe. It fills you up without a bite and quenches every thirst. So, if it's special, then with it, why aren't we more careful? As making sure we dress in style, posing pictures with a smile, keeping danger from a child. It holds the key to every heart throughout the universe. It fills you up without a bite and quenches every thirst. So, if it's magic, why can't we make it everlasting? Like the lifetime of the sun, for it will leave no heart undone. For there's enough for everyone.
Magic. Thank you to Kayla Bright for sharing that beautiful song to close Project Amplify the Men this evening. We hope you leave our time together energized, emboldened, and encouraged.
Special thanks to all the instrumentalists that supported this fiercely talented cohort of artists. Naisha Barrett, our graphic designer, Esther Richards, who joined us on the editing team, and you. Thank you for joining us tonight and for supporting the amplification of Black lives in America.
Stay safe, stay vigilant, stay together. We'll see you tomorrow night for part 2 of Project Amplify the Men.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah.